Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I will be making a spring wreath. You will need in every corner, every sixth divider, you will need to put a chenille stem and tie it into every one of them. It'll be different at the end. Let me take this one off and show you how to do it. You get your chenille stem, you bring it through and up the other side. And then you twist it once and twist it twice. And then on the bottom, the inner circle, I bring it through and down and up on the bar itself. Then I take one and twist it under and up, and then I twist twice. That way it will not move. If you don't do that, it will slide all over the place. So it's down and up, and this one is down and up, and then you tie on every one of them. It's down and up. Now take this one, bring it down under and up and through. And as you can see, it's tied, it won't go nowhere. Down and up and back down and up. Then you tie it, 1 and 2. Down and up. And take this one and go back down and up. Now twist it, and the last one, I'll show you one more time, down and up, back down and up, and then you twist it, and you have it at every joint, all 3 layers going all the way around. And then you take your mesh, excuse me one second, I just dropped a roll of my mesh. Sorry about that. I'm back. Now, you take some mesh And I start in the inner. You bring it in. You go up, you bring it in with the ends going down, or it won't line up right. And then you loop this like this. And then you 1, 2, real tight. And then the next one. Give me 1 second, please. Excuse me, please, but I have been up since yesterday morning. My insomnia's kicked in, and I just don't feel like sleeping. But now everything I touch seems to hit the floor. Now you go down with this at the end, and make sure the other one points down. And real tightly, 1, 2. Alright, now I'm going to go on and do this, and you carry on at your own speed. Pause if you have to. So this doesn't get tangled up on the stuff. I'm bringing it in. That's a good idea if you have your other materials that you're working with on your table with you, which is greatly advised to. You don't want to be moving all over the place getting your stuff when it should be right there with you. But I do need a bigger table. I'm literally almost in a corner here in my computer room. And again, the ends go to the bottom, facing down on both sides. Make a little fluff. And tie it real tight. Remember, real tight. The tighter, the better. Now I know I'm at the end here where normally people cut it off, but I don't. I go on around and just go over it again. The more the better. It looks better and it covers up the wire frame. Oh, make sure you cut your tag off, which I forgot, because this is a 14-inch wreath form. I haven't been doing this for too long. This is only my 6th video. So I consider myself fairly new when I'm still learning how to record in and getting it onto YouTube with volume. I'm still working with that with my laptop. It's different than filming with a camera or a phone. And then there's one last one at the end, and it doesn't have to be looped like it was when I first. It can be like that. Now I'm going to do another light color. Now I think I'll do green next. You can always lay it against it and see if it works. And it does. So and you go up to the next one in the middle. It's the first one from the end, the second one from the inner, and you start with a different color. And then I'm going to do some blue. Now the chenille stems might get stuck up under the mesh, but all you have to do is wiggle it around a little and it'll pull right out. Get down, get down, get down, come on. Good kitty. They like to jump up here and see what I'm doing when I'm crafting all the time. We're almost finished with the mesh that we're putting on, and then we'll go on and move to the ribbon and some of the other little things I decided to put on here and treat you with to teach you how to do it. I think you'll be interested and happy with what I decided to put on here to decorate the wreath up with. Let me show you what to do when this happens, when your mesh is unraveling. First you find the end and you just cut it off. Now I did do something that I told you in something that you're supposed to put these on the next one here, and I made a mistake, so I'll have to go fix it. And I put it on top of the green, but it doesn't go on top of the green. It goes on the one beside the green. I did it to 2 of them, so I'm going to have to start paying more attention myself, apparently. But there's going to be little bird's nest with eggs. There's going to be a bird. There's going to be eggs and bows. I think you enjoy putting this one together, if I don't say so myself. Now, to finish putting the blue around. See, I would go and make a mistake like that on the at the very end, but that goes to show even people that's been making wreaths and stuff for a while, they can make mistakes too. Make sure you get those staples out when you take it off the cardboard row. Because if you don't, it can nick you while you're working on your wreath. Now let me look at it and make sure there's enough on it. Might have to go and put. I know I said that this was the last of it, but as you can see, you can see through the mesh, and you don't want that. So now you're going to be going over top the colors, the ones that's on there, and you're going to start with the first inner ring. Got a few strings hanging loose, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them. Well, they don't need it. They were just loose. How about that one? When they're long, you want to cut them, but when they're little, you don't really have to worry about the little ones. But when they're long, and as much as there was there, you want to go ahead and cut it. Okay, now you go, instead of going on over like I did before, you come up to the outer, the last one. Let me get this in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. What I mean about the last one is the last one with mesh on it. Okay, give me 1 second. All my eggs fell and I have to get them in order to work on the wreath. Okay, got 5 of them. Sorry about that. Now remember, we're bringing it to the first one line of mesh, and you just keep going with it until you're out. And then this is the last of the mesh, and then we'll work with the ribbon. And I'm already overlapping now, but just keep going around until you're done with the mesh. You throw all these mesh down here in the bag before I knock them in the floor. Now when it gets to the edge, sometimes it gets a little bit curvy, but that's okay. Just make sure you take them staples out so you don't poke yourself later. I've done that and don't feel good. Okay, now we're going to start working with the ribbon. I'm going to lay this over here while I start making the bows. I'm looking for this real pretty purple that I have, and I did put it up here. First, you just smooth it out. And you bring your bow over. And you gotta leave some hanging. That's why I did that way. And you cut it. You get some Chanel. And you tie it. With the back going towards the back. You tie it and it looks like that. Then I get some of this dark green and light green burlap. and the pink. But first, let's go dark green. First, you gotta measure it and see. I can make it a little bit bigger. So you just come on out. And this one, cut it off. And then you tie it on. Making sure you hold it and tie it real tight. Let me put my nail in my pants. Boy, in this video, if it could happen, it happened, didn't it? The cats, I knocked my mesh on the floor, my eggs went everywhere, my nails are popping off. That's funny. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. And I'll show you in a moment what it looks like. I don't think I'm doing pink or the light green. I think instead of doing the light green, I'll put some pink in it. So and that's perfect. Then you cut this off. You take and you put one facing down of the Chanel twins, one up. Now, we'll put it on. First you trim this off. Now you take this and you put it up here on the outer, that's the last one. You put it up here and you tie it on. Make sure you tie it on real tight. And then that gets clipped off. Let me move my chair. After, then you fluff them, bring the end down, the tails, bring the tails down. You fluff this big one. Now you go through and you turn it like this and you cut it. And you end up with the V. And you just keep doing that to all of them. And you do the same thing to every one of them. Okay. Now, let me get my glue gun. Let it be warming up. While the glue gun's warming up, we'll go ahead and make our next ribbon. We've got this one. Take a chenille stem and do the same thing that we did to the other one. Twist it. and pink. Okay, this needs cut off because they glued it to it. Yeah, they glued it to it instead of taping it to it, so I had to cut it off. Okay, now it goes on the next one. In the center, you tie it with the ones in the center. Let's cut this off first. I forgot. Sorry about that. I forgot. Oh. Ooh. My back's hurting, people. Let's cut these. Okay, I see the stuff I'm going to be using to make the bird's nest in the floor. It must have fell when the eggs fell. So that's what's coming up next. So let me run and get them. They're just right around from the camera. Okay, now to make the bird's nest, you will need some mesh, some of that hay twine, I just cut some out here, and an egg carton. Cut There it is, my egg carton. You have to get an egg carton and cut it down. One of these that these went in, cut it down, cut 2 rows of them off, and you have 4. I'm just going to stick these back in here. And then I've got a little Spanish moss I'll use, and these are little, I don't know what they're called, but you can get them at the Dollar Tree, and they're little stones with mesh over it. I mean moss over it, Spanish moss. Okay, now what you do, you get a side of your tray here, I'm going to cut this down so I can get to it in a hurry, because once you put your glue on, you ain't got that much time to mess with it. So put you some glue on the side. Get you some hay. And it burns if you touch it. Really burns if you touch it. Anyway, you glue it to the sides. And you can wad it up. Don't worry about the ends poking out because you cut them off. And any that don't glue, that means there's no more room for anything to glue on. And once it dries off, once it dries, I'm going to cut the edges off. I'll show you. Get that off my finger, it burns. Okay, now you come over here, you just cut the edge off. Not all the way, see? Just trim it up a little. Now, take the glue gun, squirt a lot of glue down in there. Gotta get some more glue sticks. Get you some more Spanish moss. Now, get your little glue here and put you some glue right here and right here and in the center. You're going to get just a little bit. And put on it. And there's your egg. There's your bird's nest. Here's 3 little eggs. They come 10 or 12 in a pack at the Dollar Tree. And they have glitter on them. You cut the little ribbon off. Pop some glue on the bottom. Lay them in there. Then you get a big one. I'm going to go pink. And you put that one right there. Now, take your scissors and cut a hole right there and cut a hole right there. I'll tell you what this is for in a second, soon as I get my Chanel twig. You get one of these. And you feed it through the hole. And you feed it through the other hole, if you can find it. I'll just make another little hoe. I didn't make my hoe big enough. Now, and this is what will tie your bird's nest onto the wreath. Now, get you a little more glue. Get a little more Spanish moss. Now you put the Spanish moss and cover it up. Can't even see it. Okay, now I'm just moving things out of the way so I can put this back down on the table. I'm just going to rake it all in here. Okay. Now, the next thing is to take the bird's nest, and on the very next one, in the center, wrap it, put it on each side of a mesh, and once you get hold of it, you tie it on real tight. Make sure it's real tight or it'll come loose. And there you have the pretty little bird's nest. Let me cut this little stem off here. And let me get the bird. These are the final touches to it, except for going through and cutting the stems off. But this where these flowers go. You get some flowers. You put some glue on the stem. And you push it down in there. And then you do your other one. You bend it, bend the stem, and then put glue on it. And then you bend this stem too. This is how you bend them. And then you put glue on it, on the stem. And there you have it, your springtime. And there you have it, your springtime wreath. You just move these anywhere you want them. Arrange them. Put your fingers through them. There's your springtime wreath. All you have to do now is go through here and cut off every one of these, and then you will have your wreath. I want to thank you for visiting my video, and if you liked it, please hit like, share, and subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I have any more videos. Now this makes my sixth video, so please check out my other ones. Thank you. Bye.